Hello, Graze owners. Now, I've done the start in town about 6 times since the game's release back in April 2024. There has been one gun setup I always go to, and I'll admit before I show how to build this bad boy, I am a little biased towards the AK family. Not just in Grey Zone Warfare, but in any game I play. I guess I just prefer how they look and handle, and this setup has been so good, it takes me right through the starter quests and through mid-game. When I start to reach endgame, this is when I will swap out the old reliable trusty AK to either a DDM4 or a M700. However, there are two downsides to this setup. One of them is that you cannot build it as soon as you launch the game for the very first time. The AK family tree can only be purchased from the trader Artisan, which she is unlocked after you complete the quest Native Negotiations quest provided from Labrat. It only takes about 1 hour of gameplay to get this quest, so you don't have to wait very long to start building this. The next downside is you can only use a one-time zoom sight on this build until you get Gunny to trade at level 2, which again doesn't take very long as one-time scopes are quite useless in this game. But the AI in the starting town have about 2 brain cells, so it's not an issue until you get a longer range scope. Anyway, enough yapping now, I'll show you everything you need to build this gun. Right, this is all the parts you're going to need to build this setup. Now, as you can see, it knocks you just over $1,000 to build this gun, which isn't a lot since you start with like 10k, even if you're on like a starter account. And by then you'll be like 15 quests in, so you should have around about 30k, or maybe just a bit less, like 25k, something like that. So to build this gun, you're going to need the AK-MSN, the EKP-818, the BP-02, the AK dust cover, the AK-MSN folding stock, RK5, AK-RISHG, the MOE-AK, and the AKM gas tube. Now, if you want, you can add an NC Star Light, which is from Gunny. Yes, clear the cart. And then you get that from here, which is another $96 on top. So overall, about 1,100 you'll be paying for this. And now I'm going to show you the stats of the gun. So here are the stats of the weapon. Now, I've missed this out. You can buy a silencer for the gun if you wish to. Now, I recommend you save your money if you're doing starter towns, because even with a silencer, you will still alert AI enemies, as silencers are really loud in real life also. If you are venturing out the starter town and you are on a PvP server, then I recommend you do rock with the suppressor, because players won't be able to hear you from a long range distance. So if you're doing PvP, use Suppressor. If you're not, I wouldn't use it and save your money. Personally, I do PvP and PvE. I am so anti-suppressor in this game. I just think they're just a waste of money for how much they cost. They're like over 1k. So I don't recommend it personally, but it's up to you. Now, another thing I would stay away from, we had this site on. Now, there is another site in here, which I recommend you stay away from also, which is the EKP-1S03. Now, let me just quickly show you this and put it on the gun. Okay, so to do this, you need to take off the BP thing, the BP-02. And then once this is on, now let me show you why you stay away from this site. Now this thing has a bulky rear end, and well, yeah, it covers half the scope, so I'd recommend you stay away from this scope. It is not worth the price. It is not worth it at all on any gun. Yeah, it's a complete waste of time. Let me just quickly show you how it handles. It's pretty nice for a starter gun. Oh, let's make sure it's not automatic. So it has a little bit of kick up, but then it settles down. Let's put some mags on us. Why my inventory is so full here. So yeah, it has a bit of initial kick, but then it calms down about 3 bullets in. So you probably won't be spraying this much anyway. You can control it, and it is really nice. Anyway, that's all I have for this video. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye now.